Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I thought I'd change it up today. The collection room as a whole is an absolute disaster. I have been avoiding this room other than recording some reviews like the plague. It's so messy. I have another little display table in here that has just been obviously collecting manuals and minifigures. I have boxes, I have Oreos. And then just the sets that I've gotten recently, I have just not wanted to put up because I have to rearrange. So, and then all this stuff back here as well, which mixes into the regular Star Wars collection stuff. Some of my figures have fallen and whatnot. And so this room just needs a lot of work. And I figured I'd start on the Lego side so that I could record that for you guys and give you a little bit of different content. So first things first, I need to figure out where to put all of my Lego sets. I got a couple of them this most recently, and then this is the most recent review. And I bought some stands from my bricks and minifigs that I thought would help, as well as a figure that I thought would help me put these up, because we're just at the point where space is really tight for the most part for everything. So we have to figure it out. So anyways, sit back and enjoy me doing all of the work. So my plan, I'm thinking of doing is starting with Star Wars first, because I have a lot fewer sets versus having to shift my entire Harry Potter collection to make room for these new sets. I got these stands from my bricks and minifigs. They're tricked out bricks, which is my stand of choice. But they were actually out of the ones that I normally like the best, which is this curved one. It's their classic 60 degree or something like that. These are their classic straights. They're zero displays, which holds them up like that one there, which is just straight. And I have been neglecting my vintage shelf with any kind of dynamic display pieces, just because this one, I just want to display my new ones more. And so now we've reached the time where I have this set and I want to put it somewhere on this shelf, but I have so little room. And sorry, I do have the window open as I'm recording, but and so I want to put it on a stand. And I also have my whatever the heck it's called, that I want to put on a stand as well. And then I got a micro stand for Captain Rex's Y-Wing. So I have to figure out where to put that. I don't have very many microfighters, not enough to constitute their own shelf or anything. So I kind of just put them in the display. And then of course we have this set here, which I'm thinking I'm going to fit behind the X-Wing. I don't have the battle pack that goes with it yet. And so I'm not sure if it'll fit after that. And then of course that does make me feel like I need to get another stand for Poe's X-Wing. I kind of liked that one was parked and the other one was kind of in flight, but I'm thinking about changing that now. Maybe I'll get a brick shell cases stand like what I have over there. It's a slightly different stand type, but it'll put it at a different height, because I like when things are at different heights and whatnot and look like they're flying and whatnot. So anyways, let's try this first, because that's going to be the simplest, and we'll kind of go from there. And we need to pick up stuff after I get all my sets placed. Probably the next place I want to do is move these. I have package sets and then some boxes, and I never really liked this after I started doing it, and I just want to get it out of the way because I could probably put more sets down here. Need a little cube shelf or something. So I'm probably put a little cube shelf or something here. I'm not quite sure, but we'll have to see. So yeah, let's give that a try. And there we are with this one placed, and honestly, it's good enough for me. It definitely doesn't have the front row, but I'm running out of space in general, and it fits back here. So I think we're gonna keep it. This bottom shelf lacks any diorama scenes, so I think that will work, especially if I get Poe's X-Wing up off the ground. That'll help it a little bit as well. I can maneuver my speeders around just a little bit more because I'll have more room to work. That is one great thing I like about these stands, is they free up a lot of room for some of these bigger ships. So there's my homemade stand. I actually think that one looks pretty good. So yeah, let's start there, and then we need to get these ships on their stands. Okay, there is the Y-Wing fighter, and I normally put the characters inside their ships, but this stand has a spot to put Captain Rex, so I thought I'd display him like this. The problem is I don't really have a specific Clone Wars section of this display, and so I feel like he's gonna look awkward wherever he is put, honestly, out of place. So that's the only thing that I've got to try to figure out. Okay, I think I'm gonna put him right here for now. I kind of take that back. I did have a clone area of sorts. It's not my favorite. I'm not sure. There's something about it. Maybe I don't like it so much on the stand, but there it is. And I have a whole bunch of clone troopers back here that are waiting for me to get a display case like one of these, but for clones, that I thought if it's smaller, I might actually be able to hang up back there or something where I have space. I'm not quite sure, but I think that it looks okay. I think the shelf is just a little bit too high to have something like a stand up there, but it's gonna work for now. That's the only place I can think to put it. This isn't going super well. He fell off the stand, so that's cool. It's because I tried to put it on this singular piece right here. It didn't really occur to me that these older sets don't have a super good base to put them in like a flight display, so now I have to rebuild this wing. Okay, to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of actually how tall. Maybe it's because I've gotten used to looking at this set lower, but it just feels like it takes up so much of the shelf now. And it is a small shelf. It's not a very good shelf to have like a lot of displays, like dynamic displays like this. So I'm gonna have to do some rearranging because I also have the X-Wing that is on the stand as well. So I don't know. We're gonna have to kind of play with it, I think, and see what we can do. All right, this is what I have, and I actually think that it works out pretty well. Moving this set back into the corner actually freed up way more space. Like, I was pretty much out of total space on to like set any more vintage sets, and now I can back things up along the back if I need to. I have a lot of space back in here if I have to like squish some stuff together. And then of course, you know, these sections are pretty much all filled up, but I wanted to get some like small stands to help lift some stuff up so it's not just so flat. That's all, you know, to be done in the future. But I actually think that this shelf looks a lot cooler now, honestly, and I like the cohesion. Let me move that there. The cohesion between episode 4, episode 5, and then I very clearly, let me fix that. There we go. Have the most episode 6 here with the whole complete Jabba's palace and the duel and the ATST. And then my episode 3 sets that I don't have with the other ones, unfortunately. But I think that that works. And maybe one day, if I ever get enough like vintage, like original trilogy sets, I'll move these away. Because I kind of don't count them as vintage, because episode 3, that's like when I got into Star Wars. So I don't really like, I don't know, I don't see it as vintage. But these ones down here, episode 2 and 1, I do as well. So anyways, I think that that looks pretty good. And then we have that set up there, and then Captain Rex's Y-Wing way up there. So I'm pretty happy with that. Let's move on to Harry Potter. Now we're going to address the Harry Potter shelves. I'm probably going to make a pretty big change to these. I'm thinking I want to go ahead and take down the whole current castle and then just leave it up for the new version, because I'm going to have to do it anyways. I'm going to have to phase it out. And now I'll have some room for display. I love my vintage sets, but I think that they're going to have to go up in boxes so that I can fit more modern stuff on, because while I love them, they are not the most aesthetically pleasing. So we'll work on that. Okay, here is all of the castle parts moved onto my table. It hurt just a little bit to do. And it doesn't look very big now that it's all like condensed, but I have my section up there, and hopefully it'll grow on me. Currently, it's not my favorite. I still have a little bit of work to do, but I didn't want to keep this video super long because the room is still a mess. I'm gonna have to do another like vlog update when the room is clean and stuff. But I need to readjust those so they fit just in the center now. And then I have this big old gap here because I put what I have going on with Diagon Alley. Part of me kind of wants to keep the gap a little bit, because I'm going to be able to expand. I'll probably scoot the train over so you can see the station more. There we go, I'll light it up. And then we have the new castle, and I'm going to run out of room fast. And actually, when I put this together up here, and I realized how much I do not like the owlery. It's not tall enough. It looks bulky and chunky compared to like the thin, tall structure of the Hogwarts Great Hall. So there's that. I don't really like it. And then the boathouse is kind of just crammed in here. I have the Forbidden Forest behind Hagrid's hut, which I personally just like the way that that looks. The boathouse doesn't really make sense right here. I mean, with a long shelf, it's just, I can't get it to go in order. I do like the drumstring ship here. It made sense to put it on the shelf because they're arriving to Hogwarts, as well as the carriage. And I do have room for movement. I can move the little books and the trunk if I need to make more room as the castle expands. But I am worried, since this castle is so much bigger and this shelf is only so deep, that it's just going to be one really long castle. So we'll just kind of have to address it when it comes. I don't know, it makes me kind of nervous to put up my other castle because I think that one displayed a lot better up here. I don't know, it makes me nervous. But right now, this is what we have. So we're going to just go with it. I will work on disassembling these sets. I've already started on the other Harry Potter sets, like I just did Grimmauld Place, and like all of these here are just assembled and stuff, and so most of those. I need to get those upstairs and out of the way and just like literally clean up this room because it's so messy. Like this little table's just full of stuff. So anyways, that'll wrap up this video today, guys, but this kind of looks neat, this angle of the castle. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, the little vlog. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will catch you next time. Bye, guys.